We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Powers ahead at the 45. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mims in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll drop to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw here. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Seahawks.
On first down, it's Lane. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Broncos nothing.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lane.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
24 yards the game there, another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
31-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Broncos! Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Back to throw.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up a throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
They'll set up to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Walker has it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the points.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
56 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
First throw now for the backup Rodgers. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Smith to the ground. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd down, it's Lane, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
Walker hitting, the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a handoff up the middle. Lane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Brown make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Running left is Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up right here one time. Watch it back, boys. Watch it back.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Viking 18. 18, Pioneer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Well, this was a very close ball game at half.